Hi. So what I've done is I've used this software quite a bit. Just adding things. I can show you. I've added C sharp stuff. So I have where I've added code in here, and it actually works. It compiles after I test it. I've proven that. I have I added Constitution stuff in here. Um, I didn't realize what I could use this for. As I was going along, I just kind of learned other popular uses for this. I mean, one is documenting. I'm using this for documenting, what's going on out here and all the things I'm having to do. I mean, it's pretty good software because of what I'm using it for. I just keep adding on. I just keep adding on. Like these are all the things I've done, from October 24th, 2019, and then here's November 27th, 2019. Then I started again, January of 2022. I've everything too detailed as long as I keep adding it. Like recently, here's Thackerville. Here's this is July 20th, 2025. Here's July 29th, 2025. Here's August 3rd again. August 6th, that was yesterday. This was yesterday. Um, this was yesterday. This was yesterday. And this is today. It's today. I'm just getting started with today. See, 0 days. The other one, it's 1 day has passed. 0 days. Now, possible uses for this. I'm just going to show you this. It's just pretty neat. It's pretty neat what you can use it for. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a new file, and I'm going to say research paper. So you can use it for college and stuff. You could use it for other things. Look, it looks like it took that. So I'll just add a few rows. It won't hurt. And I'm just gonna grab one of these. And I did some history already. I did some research. So this is pretty neat. Billy the Kid, date of death was right here. And I'm not sure where he died. I can go look it up again, but I can just enter what I need here. So I know it's July 14th, 1881. Grab this. This would be good for somebody who has to do, research for, high school, college, anything. Because I had to do research paper in college twice. I did one over Nikola Tesla. I learned quite a lot of stuff about Nikola Tesla by doing that. So it's July 14th. So I'll just add that in here. And I can't remember. A lot of people probably know where he died at. I don't remember. Um, but I can add stuff here. I'll just grab it and put it in here. And what I did this for is I was trying to find out, what kind of vehicles we had during certain time eras, in time, like when the automobile was invented. All I have is 1886 now, so I can go and find out, when it was, but I don't have all that on here right now. So I'm just going to put just a marker, and I can go back and get it. I just put this in here, and that way I'll know what I've got, and what I don't have. Just put that in here. Um, the Old West. I can leave that out, or I can add it. Here's a steam engine. But what I thought was pretty neat is, right as we were getting statehood overseas, the First World War was actually getting started. I thought that was pretty neat. And date of Pat Garrett's death, and Alexa Miller was strung up and lynched in Ada, Oklahoma. But while this was happening, overseas, they were just getting ready for the World War. It was actually starting. It didn't officially start till 1914, but it was getting started just as Oklahoma became a state. I thought that was pretty neat. But anyway, that's one good use of of a of the software is if you generate it yourself, you can use it for college research paper, whatever you want to do, and you just update the rows and say finished. Then you go back here and look, it's already in there. That's in there. You can add pictures. You can add whatever you got to add. But it even tells you how long ago it was, and you can look it up, and find out if that was really that long. I believe it was. I almost know it was because I've tested the software out so much. Um, but anyway, I thought that's pretty neat. If you don't like it, like if you got stuff added in there you don't want, like it got some empty ones, just remove that row. The row, if you don't need that information, remove that row, and then now you only have two rows. So, or if you don't like it, you can just delete it, and then you don't have it anymore. Anyway, that's a good use for it. I'm going to do a beta release for this really soon. Um, First, I have to go take care of a few things, and then I'll come back and I'll do the beta release. I'll give all the software away, all the code again, and just reuse it. And then I'm going to work on the new one. The new one's going to be it's going to be for people who do functional testing. It's just going to be, I'm going to put it in here like this, and then it's going to be where it'll calculate you know how many failures you have of each type, stuff like you'd be able to enter it in, and it'll be based off of an INI file. It'll have a setup wizard, stuff like that. It's going to be pretty good, I think. But this one is just for people who want to document what they're doing, where they're going, maybe book reports, whatever you got to do, research papers. Have a good day.